All right, let me touch up on this Tory Lanez, Meg Thee Stallion, and he comes out to make another statement. Again, you made a whole album, but what everybody's seeing with you is innocent as you're trying to seem to be, Tory. You have like a short man's complex because a couple of fighting incidents, videos that we seen that you got into with Travis Scott. Well, you didn't actually get into it, but you was boasting up in the space. I think I seen another video where you sucker punched a dude in the club or something like that. Like he was saying something to you. I don't know what the situation was, so I don't know whether to say that you was right or wrong about that club situation, but you just like stepped up. It looked like you stood on somebody else's shoulders and teed off on the guy where he wasn't even expecting it. So your swing came off, extra hard. So I guess since, because Tory Lanez is a short guy, and a lot of short guys have short man complex. They want to show that they could do damage, that they will do damage, and that they do have a lot of heart. You understand? And I don't know what the situation is, what happened, and we don't know the truth because you're not saying who did it. So you're talking, but you're not saying nothing. So let's look at Tory Lanez talk and explain himself a little bit of this.
The last 3 months of my life, I've been in this place where, I've been bashed, I've been cut through, just people every single day coming at me, coming at me, coming at me. And it's crazy because the whole thing about it is like, when this whole debacle, or whatever you call it, came about, the whole time it's like, she knows what happened, I know what happened, and we know that what you're saying and what the alleged things and the alleged accusations of my name is are not true. It's falsified information, it's false information, and it's not accurate information. I don't ever want to come off like I'm here to bash this girl or I'm here to talk down about this girl or ever be at a place where like I'm disrespecting her, because to me as a person, she's still my friend. No matter what, even if she doesn't look at me like that, I look at her like she's still my friend.
Okay, somebody that's about to ruin your whole career and send you to jail, and you're facing 22 years. There's no way in the world that person is still your friend. You can consider that person still your friend. Why do you still consider her a friend if she's lying on you? You're from Canada. You're not from here. You could be deported. You could do 22 years in jail or whatever the deal you're gonna make, whether it be 2 or 3 years in jail. For you, that's a lot because you're an artist, you're a celebrity. You need to be out here, and you're gonna be losing a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So that you're gonna be worse than the Kodak Black. You understand what I'm saying? You dropped a good project. You're a very good artist. Your album was good. Everybody is saying that your album is fire. Why don't you just leave that alone right there? You know what I'm saying? Leave that alone. Leave it right there. Leave it with your album because you're not really saying anything. You're not saying nothing. And not only that, your lawyers should be telling you to shut up. You said Rock Nation told you to be quiet about the situation and don't say nothing about it because it's a legal situation at this point. You understand what I'm saying? She wasn't going to say nothing. She was trying to protect you in the beginning, but I don't know where it went left or whatever the situation is, and she had to come out and say you had shot her. She went to the doctor. The doctor seen bullet fragments or whatever the situation is. With her foot and stuff like that, and I guess they determined it wasn't glass. So if you're not saying what happened, there's so many stories coming out saying that her girlfriend was struggling with her or with you or whatever the situation is, if you're not going to say exactly what happened, just leave the shit alone and be quiet and let your lawyers handle the situation, because you ain't doing nothing but digging yourself a deeper hole. So be quiet, and then the woman's you know the woman be the woman's brutality and stuff like that and all that stuff like that. We all looking at you. Like you a woman abuser or whatever the situation is, and you're not clearing nothing up without coming out and telling us a straight story. So just leave it alone. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I can't even speak on it, because the situation is I don't let no men in my life. I don't let nothing in my house that is stronger than me, that can overpower me, in my house. You understand what I'm saying? So no men come in here. Only when I leave out my house that I have to deal with other men, and I just keep it moving or whatever the situation is. You understand what I'm saying? I have to deal with them on a daily basis with business or whatever the situation is. But as far as a relationship is concerned, whenever something go left or whatever the situation is, the man is strong enough that he could kill me, with his bare hands. You didn't even need a weapon to, be abusive towards her. Just a slap would have did it. You understand what I'm saying? A push would have did it. But we don't really know what happened. You understand what I'm saying? She just saying that Tory did it. And Tory is saying, if your back is turned, how you know that I did it? Some bodyguard video came out stating that he's saying that it was his gun, so he's taking the claim for the gun, and he's saying that y'all was fighting over the gun and the gun went off. Regardless of what, that accident, and she got hit. You understand what I'm saying? So if the bodyguard didn't shoot her with his gun, and she wasn't doing nothing wrong to get shot, trying to kill anybody, then somebody's in trouble. You understand what I'm saying? And you need to keep your mouth shut and let your attorneys deal with the situation, is because you was okay when you was being quiet. You could have just been quiet, and then dropped your project and went back and went silent again. Just went quiet again. You understand what I'm saying? You could have dropped that project. They had problems with the day that you dropped the project on the day of Breonna Taylor, and then you saying it's something with your mother is the reason why you dropped it on that day. So you need to be quiet, because like you just digging yourself a deeper hole. There's some people that think that she might be lying, because when she first came out, she said that she was stepped on glass or whatever the situation is, and people saying if she got shot in her foot, why it didn't shatter no bones or whatever the situation is, and twice, what I'm saying, in two separate feet. So she got shot in both feet. How is it that, because I feel bone all down in my feet. So it's some things that is kind of like questionable. Like maybe that gun went off and it hit the ground near her feet, and the fragments hit her foot or whatever, and hit so hard that, it punctured her skin or whatever the situation is, or went in her. I don't really know. You understand what I'm saying? But basically, she was in danger being with Tory Lanez, and it's like she said, he's crazy, and she's saying the more he talk, the more that's coming out. And I seen a few things with Tory Lanez that showed me that either he has like a gang behind him, or he have a lot of boys behind him, and he I guess his celebrity status was making him feel like he could do anything that he want to do, or the amount of money that he amassed while being a celebrity was making him get cocky and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just swinging on people, pulling up on people that he had beef with, making them apologize and, just doing a whole lot of stuff to try to look tough. So, Tory, I'm just saying, if you see this video, just be quiet. Let your lawyers deal with it. If Rock Nation said that's the way to do it, then that's the way to do it. Just be quiet. Alright? So peace. I'm out. That's it. Be quiet. Don't say nothing else. You're digging yourself in a bigger hole. Peace.